Okay. So basically around 1:30 today, if I'm not correct. Right. So let me see those who have on the call first. If you know how to trade, 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 take the news trade in 95, just let me know. Just let me know. Let me know. In fact, is there any beginner or newbie on the call that doesn't know how to trade with the MT5? Is there anyone on the call that doesn't know how to trade with the MT5? Is there anyone on the call that doesn't know how to trade with the MT5? Is there anyone that doesn't? Okay, just have one person. Any other person? 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 Okay, perhaps. Okay, just her. So, no. Okay, all right. So let's work on that first. Let's handle that. But before I go into that, I just want to show us something. Which of these I've showed us before? I've showed us before. Um, I want to show us reactions of high impact news and how to handle them, right? Reactions of high impact news and how to handle them. Let me see some September 17th. Okay. At 7 p.m. What time? Okay. I was getting confused. This is 7 p.m. looking at, right? So I've showed us this before, but oh man, what I'm looking for. Mhm. So I want us, you just have a task for today, all right? Do practice that on your demo anyway. Practice it on your demo. After the high impact news, right? After the high impact news, practice this on your demo. Okay. After the high impact news, I want us to do something. This is another way of jumping on a trend, not even trading a news after the noise, right? This is another way to trade the news after the noise. So after we've gotten the correct market direction, we take our buy, take our sell, whatever the case may be. For USDJPY, it basically sells, right? You can still take the trade after the news, right? But that's strictly 20 minutes after the news. Okay. So look at this. We are working with, right? Can see this here. Let me increase the who is taking this off? Whatever. But I believe you can see what I'm showing you on the screen right now. So this is a mechanical approach, right? This is a mechanical approach. This is a mechanical approach. In this particular case, right, the news was released by 7 p.m. I see the time. This is a 5 minutes chart, right? 7 p.m. 7 10 at 7:05. Just after the news release, just count 4 candles. After the 4 candles, wherever the market breaks, right? If you breaks at the lower side, take your sell. If you breaks at the higher side, take your buy. I seen this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. You broke at the lower side, you take your sell. You can use this low end as your TP. You're good. Are you seeing this? Right? If you have to check the NFP for this particular week, let's say for September as well. Let's see the date. That should be first Friday of September. First Friday of September. Let me show you that. That's February, September 5th. September 5th. See the same thing? It's always 130 or thereabout. September 5th. Is able to get us there. Okay, it's September 5th. Right, 130. Okay, now this one is a little bit tricky. This should be the NFP day. Yeah, 130. So the news was released at this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is one of the things I wanted to show you, right? It's not always, I just want to show you. It doesn't always play out that way. So in this case, what do we have here? Let's get this 130, 1, 2, 3. This is a fourth one. This for NFP last month. So in this particular case, what are you seeing here? This is basically for Euro USD. So I would have actually been doing for USD But then what are we seeing here? You broke below, sold a little, broke above. So in this case, it just messed up, right? In this particular case, it didn't really give us what we want. All right. So let's check out that of I'm looking at my time anyway. Let's check out that of last month's September. Wait, this let me see this week. Oh, we are looking at it together. We're looking at it together. Okay, we have PPI. So on 11th, we have CPI as well. Let's do that as well. The 11th. Same time. September 11th. I choose 1 p.m. This guy is showing me. September 11th. All right. 1:30. This is it. So let's see how this guy played out. 1:30. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where it breaks out, it's a mechanical approach. So you're trading this, you're trading it like a robot, right? I've used this mainly, right, for indices, US 30 or the Dow Jones, the German DAX, NASDAQ, FTSE. That's what I use it for. And I've tried it on currency pairs, Euro USD basically, and still the same approach. I assume this. It kissed, it did a little spike over here, and of course broke in this other direction, moved well. This is for CPI of last month. Right, this was CPI of last month. But if I check PPI, PPI is like the previous day. That's on the 10th. Let's check out the 10th. Okay, this is 10th, same time. What time was that PPI even? It's 1:30 PPI. Let's see how the PPI played out. 1, 2, 3, 4. PPI did a little, but in this case, the pips were little, right? Now this is the PPI 1, 2, 3. The fourth candle, I marked that out. Right. I'm just showing you something, what you can do after the news. So today I'm gonna try it as well. Okay. So 1:30, this was PPI, second candle, third candle, the fourth. Right. So what happened there? It broke, sold to this low. Right. So if you see that, you can set to this low, close. You wait when it breaks the higher zone. It breaks, you buy to the high, you close. It's like a win-win for you basically. So you're a robot here. If you breaks the lower one, sell. If you breaks the higher zone, you buy. It's that simple. It's that simple. Right? It's that simple. You can go into, I'm looking at my time anyway. I'll still handle the MT5, how to go about it. I'll still go into October, right? So let's do that. We are here to learn basically. Let's go into October. Let's go into October. So let's go into August. Let's go into August. August, first Friday. That should be August 1st, right? So let's see. Let's check our 1:30. All right, August 1st. Because I want us to be seeing it actually. Take me there. What is it? Oh, way down here. Interesting. August 1st, 1:30. This is the NFP by 1:30. All right. The same rule. Let's see what the fourth candle is like. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll mark it out. Now, when doing this, you now determine, okay, how far do I want to take this? How far do I want to ride this? Right? You have the lower point, right? So it broke higher, you buy, catch a few pips from here to here, that's something, right? From here to here, that's something. Are you seeing how clear it is? But this August NFP was mad anyway. All right. Because NFP was mad. It's a mechanical approach. So I want us to do that. All right. So we're going step by step. Second week, that's our CPI week. CPI on the 12th, PPI. Okay, PPI. When the PPI not take place? Okay, PPI should be interesting. Let's look at the CPI. Say 130 on the 12th. All right. CPI on the 12th. Let's watch this one reaction. CPI on the 12th. So 130. This is it. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. How did this guy play out after the news, after the high volatility? All right. We have this. Same. We mark the lower on the 5 minutes time frame. We mark the higher. What happened there? We broke the lower area and sold. Right? We broke the higher area, sold. Now, see this point, we broke the lower point, sold like towards highs around here. If I decide to do a markup now, this is like a high. In fact, let me not bring in zone that here anyway, but this is like a break and retest. Eh? This is a particular zone of this series of high here. Why I go select this thing and go show it to you happen? So now when you enter this trade here, your experience in trade will now tell you, okay, when you take your TP or not. So if you enter the sell here, this area is a very good zone, take your TP. Now it takes, of course, you close your trade. The same idea you have about trading can also help you to enter on buy, right? And you can see super valid. In fact, the pips covered here, we are way more than what the news actually gave us. I'm just showing what to do after the news. That's all. What to do after the news. So this is for CPI. Then FOMC of last month should be, I think that should be the third week. FOMC of August. Should be the third week. FOMC, yeah, 7 p.m. FOMC on the 20th. Let's see how that is. The 20th. 7 p.m. 20th. 7 p.m. Does it mean that, oh, the impact is so low then, but it's all good. It's all good. This for 7 p.m. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we have here? Let me mark this out. Let me mark this out. Let's give me a little, a bit, yes. All right. FOMC of this month. What do we have here? These are 7 p.m. Right? This is for FOMC. Our first candle, second candle, third, fourth. Remember our rule. We'll mark up the high and the low of the fourth candle. Right? Anyway, the market breaks, we follow like a zombie. What happened here? So in this particular case, if I'm to trade this, if I'm to trade this, I might perhaps target this low over here. So let me see if this low here was respected. What do we have here? So you can see the broad lower part trended a little bit in your zone, right? Before selling. Now, if you go into this, your SL should be at least above the candle that gave you the. Can you see? You can see hear me, right? Yeah, your SL should be above the candle that provided that signal, right? So you take your sell and market played out a little bit, and of course, sold to this target point. You can use this low, you can use this lowest point, right? Just take as much as you want. That's the idea, basically. Then, if you left it, even traded lower to this, even to this lower point, right? It traded lower. This is the news. This is the idea, right? This is for August. We've done everything for, we've done for September, done for August. And you can see the only time that it gave us a crazy result was the NFP of September, right? NFP of September. That's what gave a crazy result. Apart from that, most, right? Most. So I'm sharing this idea with you. I learned this earlier this year, right? It works with stocks indices. And as you can see here, it's already working well with currencies, right? It's working well with currencies. So you can bet on that. 5 minutes time frame, 5 minutes time frame, you do that and watch it play out. Okay. 5 minutes time frame, look at that, watch it play out. It doesn't need to be, there's no calculation here, right? I call them mechanical approach because you don't need just, if you see a reaction, react. You see a reaction, react. If it breaks above, buy. If it breaks below, sell, right? So this is our secret sauce. This is one of our secret sauce, all right? So now for MT5 trading, so I think I'm going to use this white background basically. Can I type here? I think I can. Now, depending on the broker you're using, right? Okay, two persons said they don't know how to take the MT5, how to set stop loss and TP. Do I have? I say have roughly. So what I'm going to do now is I will want someone to share. Okay, let's know how many persons here. How many persons? How many persons find it difficult to trade the news? One, and to trade, in fact, to trade news. I want to focus on news trading. How many persons find it difficult to open, first of all, number one, know how to open multiple positions and know how to close all those positions at the same time. We also have, okay, someone raise hand. You should. Just, okay. And they, other women should. And Elizabeth indicated earlier as well. Elizabeth indicated earlier. You should. Elizabeth. Okay. Okay. Just should. Who else? Okay. For the benefits, if you just the two of them, well, let's talk about it regardless. But for practical purposes, I would have loved to share my screen, but this is my laptop. So it's going to be a little bit of hassle to connect to my phone to share screen and all that. But I already have I already have a recorded, in fact, I'll share a recorded a screen record I have on that. Yeah, I believe that will help. Okay, I believe that will help. I'll send it to your group, or you can send me a message basically. I'll send it to you, right? Send me a message, I'll send it to you. But know one thing, right? Know one thing to take advantage of any news trading, right? Yeah. In that particular case, you don't even no SL needed when you're going for your news trading. That's number one. Number two, don't trade on your main account. If you're trading news, any account you're using to trade news, just know that you are risking. See them, raise hand. You say no. Now send it to me to send it to me. If I, no problem, no problem, no problem. Let me increase the. Okay, this is the even at oh, interesting, interesting. I never need it to be this big. So let's go back. No SL needed. Number three, set out the amount you want to risk and put it in a particular account. Right? The amount you want to risk, $10, 20, 100, 200, 500, $5, $2, 15, whatever amount, 20, put it in a particular account. Right? If you're using FBS, you can easily create a new account on FBS and transfer some funds from your main account to your trade account. Right? So next thing is to know how to stack up positions. You can it goes two ways anyways, but you just have to be careful. In fact, if you're using $5 should be 0.01. If you're using $10, 0.02, like that. Just keep adding um just keep adding one one lot, like 0.01 lot to your with respect to your balance, right? If you have $20, it should be 0.04. You have 25, 0.05. If you have 50, that was 0.1, right? Now, here's another thing. If you stack up your positions, let's say you have a $50 account, you stack up 0.1 lot positions, let's say 15 of them or 10 of them, and it hits what's it called? Full margin or something. Yeah, it can't enter anymore. You can as well. That's what most persons are like, I have $50 in my account and I have someone else with $40 that I made like 500 or 400. Why did mine? I have $50 and only made like 200 or so amount, right? The main thing is to maximize everything. So if you hit 0.0, if you hit 0.1 and it's full, reduce immediately to 0.05. Keep entering. If this one is full, reduce to, in fact, enter until there's no longer entries for you, even when you enter 0.01, right? Because there might not be enough margin to accommodate your 0.1. Just reduce it to like 0.01 until it's crazily full. That's what we call maxing out your leverage. You are maxing out your leverage. So you are sure whatever moves happen, you're taking full advantage of it, right? So when that one is done, you can now apply this our rule of four. I'm not telling you to max out your margin when killing 0 for. Apply proper risk management, right? Because yeah, it has the play out has a higher accuracy, but then let you not go so you don't get to lose everything you made from the NFP news or from whatever news you trade, right? Whatever news you trade. You can even do this on your main account because it's more there's no rush. There's no rush, right? There's no rush. There's no rush, right? Over time, maybe with time, yeah, I'll get to show us also how to trade the markets open, right? You have the 2:30s, the 8 a.m. for the US session, and of course, the London session, right? On that sort of mechanical approach, right? In fact, as a mechanical approach I've used for trading the markets open for HFX, for Euro USD. I backtested, in fact, I test run this for like 3 months. I have I have a what's it called? A document of the results for those 3 months. I recorded every single thing every day, 2 times a day, 5 days a week for 3 months, right? For Euro USD. For Euro USD. So but I discovered a change in market dynamics, right? So it wasn't playing out well as it used to. So I had to just pause it. But I'll review it once again and just share with us. There's no knowledge always the same, right? So that is it. So there's a way to number one, and the last thing I need to say is once you have your trades on, you have no business looking at the profit you are looking. Okay, I'll show us everything will be part of the video I'll send, right? Once you have your trades running, the next place you'll be is the point where you close all your trades. Just keep the close trade button in front of you. You have no if you okay, of course you're on a live session. If you hear close, close, close with the speed of light, tap your close oppositions. In fact, someone last time, one of the trades we had, the person entered like I think two entries, just two, you can imagine. And when it's now time to close, the person was busy looking for how to close the trade one after the other. Man, luckily, the person entered with a very low 0.01 lot size and having just two entries. So the trade has already, that last news we traded, it kept on trading downwards even after we closed, right? So person was still lucky, right? So when your trade is on, the best thing is just not to look at, oh, my profit is floating. Go straight to the point where you're going to close out trades. So if you just hear the signal, close out trades, you clear everything, right? That will keep you. That's the best thing you can do for yourself, basically, right? Then after you close the trade, then you start looking at the profits you made, right? Because not all trades, yeah, there are some. You saw when did that happen? There's a particular day we traded, yeah. After the strong sell, the market reversed immediately. Like the second candle, I think the fifth, just in the next 5 minutes or so, the market reversed immediately. So you wouldn't want that to happen to you because you couldn't close your trades on time, right? So 1:30 today, let's see how it's going to be for us. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. It's going to be super, super awesome. But I believe you got value on this call. Remember, after the rush, there's always an opportunity. And that's what I decided to share with us today. After the rush, there's always an opportunity. That's what I said to share with us, right? After the rush. So wait today by 1:50. The news is by 1:30. By 1:50, put your 5 minutes time frame after the rush, right? Count one, two, three. Just wait for the fourth candle to close. Once it closes, mark your high, mark your low. Like a robot, wait for any zone that gets broken. Then you ride. Okay? Wait for any zone that gets broken. Then you ride. So if you want to add a little bit of knowledge to it, just like in this case here, you click back in. And this is a fair value gap. I can't bear but see it. This is a fair value gap. It came into this fair value gap, like as a selling, right? So I saw it. I was like, let me not talk about it, but it's so clear. You can see market came back here, then the selling started. Like it sold like right. But these are like this on the 20th. He did that selling throughout. The selling ended when the next day by 7 a.m. So this was having a massive crazy sell, right? If you have seen it, like if you get to do a little analysis on the chart from a higher time frame, it's a massive crazy sell before now. I don't even know the next day, I don't know what's happened here, but these are having a very good. But then it's something. Taking your TP here is actually something, right? So family, that's it for it. I call it the rule of four, right? After the rush, what to do, or how to find opportunities after a high impact news rush or volatility. So family, all the best. Cheers to the very best. All right. All right, family. Enjoy.